Today I'm going to be doing a video all about polygons. Alright, so in order to follow along with this lesson, you're going to need your blue workbook. You're going to need to turn to page 390. You're also going to need lesson 99 from your worksheet packet, and your homework is going to be lesson 19.3. Okay, so you're going to need this for the very end. Alright, but before we get started on all of this, we're going to do a little review and talk about a few things that you might have seen in some other videos. So the first thing I want to talk about is line segments. Well, you should know what a line segment is. A line segment is a straight line that has a beginning and an end. Alright? So polygons are made up of line segments. Alright, so now we have line segments. And when we put line segments together, they form angles. So if I have a line segment here, and it connects to a line segment here, this forms an angle. So then after we have angles, if we can add angles together, if we add, say I have an angle here, and then I add on another angle here, and then another angle here, look at all those angles I have. Those angles together form a shape or form a polygon. So let's read our definition over here. A polygon must be a closed figure, so it has to not be like this over here. See this? It's kind of open. It's missing a section. So it has to be closed, and it has to use straight lines. So you see over here, a circle is not a polygon. And it must be made out of line segments, like I said over here. So we have line segments that form angles that form polygons. So all of that together makes shapes that kind of look like these. You might have a square, or a triangle, or a star, or a rhombus, or a diamond, things like that. These kind of shapes over here, ovals, circles, hearts, weird squiggles, things that aren't connected, none of those are polygons because they're not closed and they're not straight lines. Let's go ahead and jump into our first worksheet. This is worksheet lesson 90. All right, folks, so here is our worksheet that we're going to look at first. This is worksheet lesson 99, identifying polygons. So we identify polygons by how many sides and how many angles they have. 3 sides, 3 angles is a triangle. 4 sides, 4 angles is a quadrilateral. 5 sides, 5 angles is a pentagon. 6 sides, 6 angles, a hexagon. 8 sides, 8 angles, an octagon. And 10 sides, 10 angles is called a decagon. So using this information, we can describe and name shapes. So 4 sides, 4 angles, we can look up here, is called a quadrilateral. But what if we have 6 sides? 6 sides, 6 angles is a hexagon. So let's see what we can do with that information down here. We're going to write the number of sides and the number of angles. Then we're going to see if we can name the polygon. So first, let's count the sides. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if it has 5 sides, do you think that it has the same number of angles? Well, if you're not sure, we can count. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 angles, and that matches. Now let's have a look up here. 3, 4, 5. We have 5 sides and 5 angles. That is called a pentagon. Let's go ahead and write it down. All right, there we go, a pentagon. Now let's look at this one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. And I don't think we need to count this one because I know that if it has 4 sides, it must have 4 angles. What is a shape with 4 angles called? Go ahead and look up here. What do you see? Yep, I see that a shape with 4 sides and 4 angles is called a quadrilateral. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down here. All right, there we go. Quadrilateral. Let's flip it over. All right, now it's asking the question, is this shape a polygon? Well, what do we know about polygons? Remember, I said that a polygon must be 1, a closed figure, you can't have any gaps, and 2, it must be made out of straight line segments. All right, let's use that information to determine if these are polygons or not. So the first one is an oval, not straight lines. So it tells us that no, not a polygon. How about this one over here? I see that it's connected, there's no gaps, and there's no curves like an oval. So do you think it's a polygon? I would say yes, it is a polygon. How about this one, number 3 over here? You're right, it has all straight lines, but do you see this right here? That little gap? It means it's not a closed shape, which means no, it's not a polygon. And what about this one over here? Number 4. Number 4 says we have a few straight lines and it is closed in, there's no gaps, but these curves make it no, it's not a polygon. All right, let's move down here to the bottom. Write the number of sides and the number of angles. Then we're going to name the polygon. So let's look at this. So this one kind of looks like an arrow. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. Now, I know the rule that the sides are always equal to the number of angles, but let's just go ahead and count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Huh. Well, I see an angle right here too. So that actually makes 6. So there are 6 angles here. Do we know what a shape with 6 sides and 6 angles is called? Well, if you're not sure, let's flip back over here. A shape with 6 sides and 6 angles is called a hexagon. Let's go ahead and write that on our paper. Nice. What do you guys think about this one over here? How many sides and how many angles do you see? I see 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. And if it has 4 sides, it must have 4 angles. And a shape that has 4 sides and 4 angles is called a quadrilateral. Let's go ahead and write that on our paper. All right, did you guys get that written down? Let's move on here to our world problems. All right, did you guys get that one written down? Now let's move on here. All right, did you guys get that one written down? All right, let's move along to our word problems. Number 7 says, Mr. Murphy has an old coin that has 10 sides. If its shape is a polygon, how many angles does the old coin have? Well, although it's a coin and we sometimes think that coins are a circle, and a circle isn't a polygon, this one says that it is a polygon because it has 10 sides. So if we were to follow the same format up here, and we wrote it out just like we did up here, and we know that it has 10 sides. Well, what do we know about sides and angles? I know that in a polygon, the sides and the angles are always equal. So if I have 10 sides, I must have 10 angles. So how many angles does the old coin have? It has 10 angles. All right, over here on number 8. Lynn says that an octagon has 6 sides. Chris says that it has 8 sides. Whose statement is correct? Do you guys have any ideas? Does the front side help us any? Well, I see that 6 sides is actually called a hexagon. So that's not quite right, is it? I see that 8 sides is called an octagon. Who said that that was right? Well, Chris says that an octagon has 8 sides. Is that right? I think so. I think we're going to say that Chris is right because an octagon does have 8 sides. It's a hexagon that has 6 sides. All right, nice work, guys. We are going to go ahead and pull out our math book now, and you're going to turn to page 300. We're still talking about plane figures, and here is our definition for a polygon. This is the same thing that I had written up on my anchor chart, so if you ever need to know what the definition is, it's right here. And here are some more examples. These are polygons because they are straight line segments. And these are not polygons. This one, because it's not connected, it has to be closed. And this circle is not a polygon because no straight lines. It means it's not a polygon. Let's look down here. Now we have a similar little chart that shows us our different shapes. And here's our question. What do you notice about the number of sides and the number of angles in a polygon? Didn't we talk about this? The number of sides and the number of angles? Aren't they the same? Let's go ahead and say that they are equal to each other. They are equal, right? If I have 3 sides, I must have 3 angles. If I have 8 sides, I must have 8 angles. Here's this question, number 1. We're going to explain why a circle is not a polygon. Well, we kind of talked about it up here. A circle is an example of a plane figure that has no straight sides. Well, doesn't a polygon need straight sides? So let's go ahead and say that it's not a polygon because it doesn't have any straight sides. I wrote my answer right here. A circle is not a polygon because it doesn't have straight sides. Right? A polygon has to have straight sides. Go ahead and flip the page. And here we are. Let's look up at the very top. We're going to tell if each figure is a polygon. We're going to write yes or no. What do you guys think? I see a few here that are polygons and a few that are not. This one has straight sides and it's closed. So yes, it is a polygon. Yes. All right, number 3. Straight sides, no gaps. I say yes. This one is a polygon as well. Here's the circle again. We already know that a circle is not a polygon. No. This one, although it looks kind of funky, it doesn't have any gaps. It's enclosed all the way and straight lines. So we're going to say yes, a polygon. And this one over here, right away I see this gap. And if it has a gap, it is not a polygon. All right, we're going to do the same thing here. Yes or no, are these shapes polygon? What do you guys think? Yes or no? I see a gap. I'm going to say no, it's not a polygon. This one has straight sides. It's enclosed. Yes, it is a polygon. How about this one? Well, it has a straight line and there's no gaps anywhere. But do we think it's similar to the circle that has a curve? Right? I say no, this is not a polygon. Over here, right away, I see this gap again. That should tell us right away that no, it's not a polygon. Ooh. This one almost looks like 2 triangles put together. So does it have any curved lines? Nope, I only see straight lines. Does it have any gaps? No gaps, it looks like it's a closed figure. So I'm gonna say yes, this is a polygon. Now we're gonna write the number of sides and the number of angles each polygon has. Then we're going to name it. Look at this, a yield sign. I see 1, 2, 3 sides, 2, 3. So we're going to say 3 sides. And we know that the number of sides and the number of angles must be the same. So it also has 3 angles. A shape that has 3 sides and 3 angles. This shape is a triangle. Nice job. All right. Number 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides. And if it has 4 sides, it must have 4 angles. Does anyone remember? Let's take a look. 4 sides, 4 angles. This is a quadrilateral. I'm going to go ahead, flip back over and write quadrilateral. All right, got that big long word written out. Quadrilateral. Kind of a tricky one. Number 14. This shape has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides as well. So, do we think it's the same as number 13? Yeah, 4 sides, 4 angles. And we're going to write this big word again. It is a quadrilateral. Here's our stop sign. Our stop sign has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sides. And if it has 8 sides, it also has 8 angles. I'm going to go ahead and pull out our other worksheet, and I see right away 8 sides and 8 angles is called an octagon. So I'm going to write that. Maybe I'll write it up here at the top. Octagon. All right. Let's see if our paper can help us on our next one too. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. All right. 6 sides. Means we have 6 angles. A shape that has 6 sides and 6 angles is called a hexagon. Nice. Did you guys think that was easy? For numbers 17 through 19, we're going to look at these figures over here, which are polygons. Let's look. Well, we know a circle isn't a polygon, and we know that a figure that has gaps is not a polygon. So we can say that A, right? Can we say B? And I think we can say D. That triangle is definitely a polygon. Now, which is a quadrilateral? We had 2 of those up here. So a quadrilateral has 4 sides and 4 angles. So yeah, a triangle only has 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, this kind of looks like an octagon, but smaller. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides, so it's not that one. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be our quadrilateral. So we're going to write A, B. Which figures have some angles that are acute angles? Do you guys remember what acute angles are? So, in angles, we can have right angles, which are 90 degrees. We can have obtuse angles, which are really big. And we can have acute angles. Those are the really cute, tiny ones. So we're going to find all the tiny angles. We're going to look for these ones right here, the tiny angles. Let's see. Well, this one kind of looks obtuse, right? Look at how big my angle is right there. I think all of those are obtuse. They're all the same size. They're really big. So it's not going to be that one. This one, oh, this looks like a tiny angle. This one looks like a tiny angle. These ones might be big, but it just says some angles. So let's go ahead and write B, because it does have some acute angles. How about C? These all look like right angles to me. They don't look acute or obtuse, so it's not going to be that. E, no angles, that's a circle. Doesn't have any angles. But D over here. Let's see, this is a really tiny angle right here, so that is definitely an acute angle. I'm gonna go ahead and say D. All right, our last two problems. This one looks like a word problem. Let's see, we might need a piece of paper. Mr. Gomez delivered 3 cases of pasta, each to 3 stores. Each case had 8 boxes. How many boxes of pasta did he deliver? So each case had 8 boxes. That sounds like a multiplication problem to me. So if each case was 3, had 8 boxes, 3 times 8 is 24. And he delivered to 3 stores. So we have 24 boxes, and we want to take it each to 3 stores. That sounds like another multiplication problem to me. Oh, we might have to do some carrying here. Let's see. 3 times 4 is 12. Write my 2 and carry my 1. And 3 times 2 is 6. Plus 1 more is 7. So he delivered 72 boxes of pasta. So we're going to go ahead and say 72 boxes. Nice. Ooh, our last problem. It wants us to draw polygons with 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8 sides. And then we need to label each. So let's go ahead. All right, so for number 21, I went ahead and jumped over here and did my shapes that I thought these could look like. Well, all of our photos could look different, and that's okay, as long as we make sure that we're counting how many sides they have, and we're able to label them based on their sides. So for a triangle, which has 3 sides, I drew it like this. My quadrilateral has 4 sides. My pentagon has 5 sides. My hexagon has 6 sides, and my octagon has 8 sides. And it's okay if your shapes don't look like mine, because all polygons look different. All right, we are all done going over our classwork for today. And what's left for you guys to finish is your homework. This is homework from your packet. This is lesson 19.3. And let's start on this side. This again talks about closed figures and open figures and what a polygon is. It gives us our different types of polygons. And then you're going to go ahead, and this is really similar to what we just covered in our lesson. You're going to tell if it's a polygon right here, and then down here you're going to number the sides and the angles. You're going to name it. And then you're just going to do the same thing. Is it a polygon? How many sides? What is it called? And then, here's a mixture view down here. Looks like you got some problems to determine if they're true or false, right? And then down here, you're gonna put in the correct sign to make it true. All right, make sure that you guys contact your teachers, let everyone know how you're doing, if you need any help, or if you're doing a great job. All right, bye guys.